Coming up on the British TV Watchlist.
The result is one of the most complete and satisfying performances in British television history, and I'd add definitive.
From cosy mysteries to intense police procedurals, we talk about the characters, performances, series, and episodes from your favourite British TV shows.
Hey, it's Michael T. on the British TV Watchlist. What makes a period drama great? Think about that for a second. It's not just the costumes. It's not just the scenery. It's that feeling that the world you're watching actually existed, that the people in it had real stakes, that the time and place on screen couldn't be swapped out for something modern without losing everything. British television has been making period dramas for decades. Nobody does it better. The question isn't whether there are great ones. The question is which ones rise above the rest. Today, I've got an answer, maybe. I went to IMDb and pulled the viewer ratings for British period dramas. Not from the critics, not award panels, but actual viewers like us who watched the shows and then rated the shows. Then I built a list of the 10 highest rated series, and we're going to count them down from number 10 to number 1. Here we go. Number 10, North and South. It was on the BBC from 2004. 4 episodes. I saw it on BritBox. This is a hidden gem. The BBC actually had low expectations when it aired. Then they barely promoted it. Hours after the first episode, the BBC website crashed because so many people were trying to find out more about it. That's the kind of show this is. It's based on Elizabeth Gaskell's Victorian novel. Richard Armitage plays John Thornton. He's a mill owner in the industrial north of England. Daniela Denby-Ash plays Margaret Hale. She's a southerner, proper and principled, who moves north and clashes with everything Thornton represents. They can't stand each other. You know where this is going, right? But Gaskell's story isn't just about romance. It's about class, labor, and the brutal cost of industry. There are strikes, there are deaths, there's a genuine injustice on screen. The love story sits on top of all of that, which is exactly why it lands so hard. The final scene at the train station is one of the most talked about moments in BBC drama history. IMDb viewers gave it 8.5 out of 10. So that's where we're starting. At number 9, Foyle's War. On ITV, 2002 to 2015, 8 seasons. I watched it on Acorn. Can't recommend it highly enough. This one is set during World War II in England's South Coast. Michael Kitchen plays Detective Chief Superintendent Christopher Foyle. He's a quiet man, thoughtful, does not raise his voice. As the British say, he keeps himself to himself. While World War II rages across the channel, Foyle solves murders at home. Honeysuckle Weeks plays Sam Stewart, his driver. She's warm and funny and completely devoted to the job and to Foyle. Together, they make one of the most satisfying detective partnerships in British television. Every episode is a history lesson wrapped in a mystery. It was cancelled once. Public outcry brought it back. That tells you everything. IMDb gives it an 8.6. You know where I see a lot of high ratings? It's on the Cozy Earth website. They've got a women's pajama sleep set. I'm just looking at it. More than 2,000 reviews. The average rating is 5 stars. That's a lot of 5 stars. It's a majority of them. It's comfortable, feminine, breathable. It drapes nicely. Classic styling. Reviewers say things like soft and supple. Once you wear these, you'll never look back. Words like that. High praise. And right now, you can get up to 30% off when you use my promo code at CozyEarth.com. Just enter BTVW1 when you check out. That helps us with a small commission, gives you a big discount, and you can do that right now at CozyEarth.com. promo code BTVW1. It sounds like you'll be very satisfied. Number 8, All Creatures Great and Small. Channel 5 from 2020, currently on PBS Passport. That's where I watch it. It's in its 7th season. This is a remake of the old TV series from 1978, both based on the beloved James Herriot books. Nicholas Ralph plays the young vet James Herriot. Samuel West plays his eccentric boss, Siegfried Farnan. The setting is 1930s Yorkshire. The hills are green, the animals are everywhere, and the people are stubborn and warm in equal measure. There's no darkness here, aside from the war scenes. No shocking twists, just good storytelling, gorgeous scenery, and characters you genuinely fall for. In a television landscape full of grim and gritty, All Creatures is something rarer. It defines warmth. IMDb score is 8.6. I thought it would have been higher, but I guess not. Number 7, Endeavour, on ITV 2012 to 2023. Also watched it on PBS Passport. 9 seasons there. If you know Inspector Morse, Endeavour is the origin story. Sean Evans plays a young Morse. He's intense, brilliant, socially awkward, and drawn to opera and crossword puzzles. Plus alcohol, too. Roger Allam plays his mentor, Inspector Fred Thursday. Their relationship is the heart of the show. Thursday is everything Morse isn't. Practical, warm, steady, but he's also got a will of steel. The show is set in 1960s Oxford. The cases are intricate. The period detail is immaculate. Watching Morse figure out who he's going to become is genuinely moving by the end. Also 8.6 on IMDb. Number 6, The Crown. It's on Netflix. It was on Netflix. I think you can still see it there. 2016 to 2023. 6 seasons. This one tells the story of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, from her marriage to Prince Philip in the 1940s through the early 2000s. The cast changes every 2 seasons. First to play the Queen was Claire Foy, then Olivia Colman, then Imelda Staunton, each covering a different stage of her life. The writing is meticulous. The production is cinematic, and it tackles the hard moments: Suez, Aberfan, Diana. The show took some liberties, but by and large, it feels like you're watching a documentary. IMDb says 8.6. Number 5, Call the Midwife, on BBC from 2012, now in its 15th season. I watch it on Netflix. Based on the memoirs of Jennifer Worth, this show is set in the East End of London, starting in the late 1950s. It follows a group of midwives and nuns delivering babies in one of the poorest communities in Britain. Midwife tackles the topics of the era: abortion, poverty, racism, controversial drugs, and they do it boldly. The audience in the UK regularly topped 9 million viewers a week. In the US on PBS, it drew 3 million for its very first episode. That's 50% above the network average. IMDb says 8.6. Number 4, Agatha Christie's Poirot, on ITV 1989 to 2013, 13 seasons. It's available on BritBox and PBS Passport. David Suchet plays Hercule Poirot, the Belgian detective with the precise mustache and the little gray cells. You know if you know. Suchet spent 25 years in the role. He read every Christie novel. He kept detailed notes on the character. The result is one of the most complete and satisfying performances in British television history, and I'd add definitive. Suchet is Poirot, and Poirot is Suchet.
But beware, mes amis, for in so doing, with or without your help, I will unravel the mystery of his death.
The show is set primarily in the 1930s. You see Art Deco interiors, ocean liners, and country houses. The mysteries are clever. It's always fun to hear Poirot solve the crime, and always at the end of the show. IMDb 8.6. Number 3. I bet you thought this show would be higher. Downton Abbey. From ITV 2010 to 2015. I saw it on PBS Masterpiece. 6 seasons plus the movies. If you're listening to this podcast, you've probably seen it. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Julian Fellowes created a Yorkshire estate, a family of aristocrats, and the servants who run their world. It's set against the backdrop of history from the sinking of the Titanic in 1912 through the Roaring '20s. Maggie Smith, as the Dowager Countess, alone is worth the price of admission.
There's nothing simpler than avoiding people you don't like. Avoiding one's friends, that's the real test.
Downton aired in 220 countries. It was PBS's most watched drama of all time. It averaged 13 million viewers in the U.S. at its peak. IMDb viewers gave it 8.7 out of 10. In my mind, Downton is number 1. But no, it's number 3. Hey, we're going to get to the top 2 in a moment. And speaking of the top, I'm looking at the best sellers in women's golf wear at Pins and Aces, pinsandaces.com. One of the best sellers is called the Cabo Colada Sleeveless. It's got a fun red and light blue pattern on a dark blue backdrop. You can button all the way up if you want. It's athletic, stretchable, that 4-way stretch thing going on. Reviewers are saying things like high quality, more than I expected, and colors are vibrant. You can find it at pinsandaces.com. Right now, you can get up to 30% off when you use my promo code at pinsandaces.com. Just enter BTVW1 when you check out. That helps us with a small commission and it gives you a nice discount, and you're going to look awesome when your clothes arrive. That's pinsandaces.com, promo code BTVW1. Number 2, Peaky Blinders. From BBC 2013 to 2022. 6 seasons there, available on Netflix. This one is a different kind of period drama. Post-World War I Birmingham. Cillian Murphy plays Tommy Shelby. He leads a criminal gang called the Peaky Blinders. The show is dark and violent and stylish. The music is modern. The pacing, cinematic. The ambition is enormous. Some viewers find it too intense. Personally, I didn't finish it. What I saw, though, was gripping and brilliantly made. I know it has a passionate following, and the IMDb scores back that up. Viewers gave it 8.8. And number 1, can you guess? Pride and Prejudice from the BBC 1995. 6 episodes. This one is the standard. Colin Firth as Mr. Darcy, Jennifer Eala as Elizabeth Bennet. Andrew Davies wrote the screenplay. Every Jane Austen adaptation since owes this production a debt it can never fully repay. The final episode drew nearly 14 million UK viewers, 40% of England. Women left work early. Parties were scheduled around it. Colin Firth, emerging from that lake, became one of the defining moments in British television history. 30 years later, people still argue about which scene is better, the lake or the proposal, or that final moment on the road. The answer is all of them. And 30 years on, it still holds an 8.8 on IMDb. That's one of the highest scores ever recorded for a British television series. If you've never seen it, that's your homework for this weekend. I might have to watch it again myself. So there you have it, the 10 highest rated British period dramas according to IMDb viewers. Decades of great television and something for everyone. And now, actually put together a broader list of the top 25 shows. I haven't seen them all, but I'm sure every one of them is worth your time. Let's start at number 11, Prime Suspect. 12, Cranford. 13, Poldark. 14, Gentleman Jack. 15, Lark Rise to Candleford. 16, Victoria. 17, Grantchester. 18, Home Fires. 19, good old Father Brown. 20, Garrow's Law. 21, Mr. Selfridge. Let's go shopping. 22, Belgravia. 23, The Crimson Petal and the White. Haven't seen that one. Number 24, Upstairs, Downstairs, the 2010 version. And number 25, The Halcyon. That's a lot of good television waiting for you. So if you like British period pieces, there you go. And before we go, I want to say hello to our listeners in Irvine, California, USA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Stockholm, Sweden. I'd love to hear where you're from. Drop a note in the comments and let us know. And if you'd like to support this podcast, check out our Patreon site. Your support helps me to create and produce more shows. You can also support us by shopping at Cozy Earth and pinsandaces.com. Use our promo code BTVW1 to get as much as 30% discount when you check out. That's BTVW1 at Cozy Earth or Pins and Aces. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to the British TV Watchlist. Until next time, cheers!
The British TV Watchlist is written and produced by Michael T. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.